invasion is here, Rhodey.
And we can't even tell who the invaders are.
Fury, why haven't you called any of your special friends?
This war is one I have to fight.
Living on the edge to the end of our lives. Roof in the sheepskin telling me lies.
Alone.
This world is burning, and it was you who lit the match.
Tik Tok, nigga. This is personal.
You're the most wanted man on the planet.
Well, Mama always said I was special.
Marvel Studios' Secret Invasion, only on Disney Plus.
What's up, everyone? Hello. How are you all doing out there, Secret Invasion Disney Plus fans? Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Just My Opinion Reviews. We really do appreciate it. And yes, last week I was by myself. I was like, I really appreciate it. But this time I said we, because as you can see, I got my homie, my main dog, Mr. I'm finna call you OneTakeBigDog. I'm tripping. Elliot with Movie Files. Hello, sir. How you doing today?
I don't got the beard. I don't got the the hair, the swag like my man One Take, but I am here, man. What's going on, B?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Thank you for being here, Elliot. I do appreciate it.
Of course.
Yes, if y'all didn't know, and I'm pretty sure y'all do, this is Elliot with Movie Files. If you love what him and myself has to say, you can follow both of us on social media. Our handles are on the screen. His information is in the description box of this video. And like always, you can head on over to my channel tab and bam, he is right there on the top row. Also, check out his YouTube channel. He uploaded his version of this recap for Secret Invasion earlier today with Amanda. I was able to catch a little bit of it, and they had some good commentary. So after you watch this video and watch Eman's video, you go watch his video and help him get to 60K. You know, he just crossed 50 not too long ago. So this brother is on a roll. So again, congratulations on that.
I appreciate it.
And remind, when we get out of here, remind me, I gotta ask you something about that too. So I forgot the last time I was talking to you, but guys, we're here for Secret Invasion. Before we get started, let me just shout out the people that we have in the chat right now. We got Lamont Music. What's going on? Thank you for being here. Don't sleep on Cozy. We lit. Yes, we are. Eric Henderson, man, that scroll reveal at the end. We are going to talk about that. Does Fury know? Does he not know? How long has he been clapping the scroll cheeks? We're gonna find out. At least talk about it. Don't sleep on Cozy. Denzel and Sam Jackson need to be in the MC together one day. Man, I wish that would be great. That would be great. What's going on? ER's grandpa, how you doing? Johnny Washington, what's going on? Yeah, let's get it on. I love it. Adam Furman, what's up? This episode was fire. Yes, it was. And we also have Screen Favorites. What's good? Thank you for being here. And also Metal X, thank you for being here. But yeah, let me go ahead and get started. I'm really excited, guys. Again, thank you so much for tuning in to our Secret Invasion recap review with me and Elliot. We're live right now on YouTube and twitch.com/justmyopinionreviews. And I try to appeal to everybody. Some people like the collabs. That's why you have me and Elliot. Sometimes people prefer me do my recaps alone. So if you'd like that, I have my own separate video as well. There will be an audio only version of this with buzzsprout.com on all of these platforms right here, and I will do more of my shameless plugging a little bit later. But Elliot, we got this. This is spoiler field, of course. Y'all should know that by now.
Yes, sir.
Elliot, Secret Invasion, episode 2, titled Promises, or 1.2. There's been a lot of complaints, man, about the MCU as of late with Phase 4, even the beginning of Phase 5. You know, people Echo was not looking too promising, and that's what we're hearing. A lot of people were disappointed with She-Hulk, besides the Daredevil episode. I was really looking forward to this, saying that, You know, it kind of had those Winter Soldier Civil War vibes from the Russo brothers. And within 2 episodes, man, I'm not disappointed at all. I'm very, very happy with what we've gotten so far. I enjoyed episode 1. I enjoyed episode 2 even more. And one of the reasons is this is serious, and there are no jokes. The crap has really hit the fan this episode. Elliot, as many times as you've been on my channel, I've heard you give this show and this promotion, this marketing criticisms, which I do agree with you. Like, wait a minute, Secret Invasion, a 6-episode Disney Plus series. The story is too big. That needs to be its own phase, its own saga. And I was right there with you 100%. But when we got that information in the train car, we're finding out how many scrolls are on Earth. It is clear to me that this is a big mess. It's not going nowhere, Elliot. It is impossible for them to clean up this scroll invasion by episode 6. If they do, it's bad writing. I don't want them to create some device, shoot it up in space, and it electrocutes all the scrolls at one time.
It's like a mother hive. You just got to take out the mother hive. You know, we got Independence Day and all the aliens are gone.
No, I don't want any of that. But I know I just do a lot at you, man. But how you feeling coming to this episode, the series itself, and how are you feeling about this episode 2? Did it deliver the goods, or is it kind of leaving a bad taste in your mouth?
No, man, it delivered the goods and some, man. I mean, we were both fortunate enough to get episodes 1 and 2 as like a part 1, part 2 continuing story, which I think help my experience with the show, because I think if I would have just saw based on episode 1, I might have been a little bit lukewarm on the reception of the episode. But since we did have that follow-up with episode 2, it definitely left a really good taste in my mouth. But in particularly with this episode, it did such a great job from picking up of episode 1 and answering questions immediately. And we'll get into speculations. Is Maria Hill really dead? Because she's in a casket, or is she? How long have the scrolls been here? How many are there of them? 1 million plus, which is crazy. And then what Marvel always does, man, is they plant these little seeds for future things to come. And, you know, as we'll talk about, you know, the potential creation of super scrolls and the origins behind that. And Dalton might be a cover up for a bigger scientist that they weren't able to work with the Reed. So, I mean, there's so much that this episode gave me, but it also focused on the Nick Fury of it all. The man's got a wife, y'all. He mentioned it in Winter Soldier. I thought it was just a kind of a throwaway line. He was like, oh, my wife and all that stuff. He was talking with Cap, but no, he has a wife and she's a scroll, y'all. So, I mean, it was just so well written. It was dark. You know, I couldn't believe they showed them. I thought they were going to pan away when they cut my man's finger off. Now they showed all that blood boiling, headshots. My man got hooked, put on a hook, and I'm like, yo, where was this Marvel at this whole last few phases? So I'm all in. B, I've been really enjoying this season. I really enjoyed this episode, and I'm like, I can't wait to see what happens next.
Yeah, man, you ain't lying, man. At the end of the last episode, they had bodies flying through, in the air from explosions, and so I don't think we've had a banger hit that hard at the beginning of a series thus far. But hey, I'm impressed. I tried to go back and watch Captain Marvel and on Disney Plus, and I was haven't did it. I tried to do it. I think yesterday or the day before, or sometime recently, the past few days. I was like, man, at least I can watch it on IMAX. Elliot, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I turned it off. I was just like, I couldn't do it. And the only reason I bring that up is maybe they knew that as well. That's why they gave us the recap at the beginning of the episode. But it was nice. I did appreciate that. But we're back in 97, man. They came down here in 95, so it's been 2 years. And I guess this answers the question that Graphic is not the son of Fury, because I know some people have speculated, with that. But I want to raise a question to you, man. They Link Fury creates a deal with them. Hey, while y'all are here, while y'all help me keep my planet safe, me and Carol Danvers is going to help you find another. My question that I want to pose to you right now is, I want them to do this. They don't have to do it in these 6 episodes, but eventually I want them to have to go back in the time and show us how the Skrulls have helped Earth stay safe since they've been here for 30 years now. The timeline that we're in right now is the year 2025. It came in 95, so it's 30 years. Where were they during the New York battle? You know, were they just sitting up in Saber watching us get invaded by Loki and the Shatari? Because the Sorcerer Supreme, she was on the, you know, Doctor Strange. Steven wasn't Doctor Strange yet, but the Sorcerer Supreme was on the roof blasting mofos. You know what I'm saying? What were they doing during Ultron and wherever other big event? You know, they wouldn't get involved during Civil War. But am I making sense? They don't have to do it all in one episode or one movie, but just sprinkled in here and there, I would appreciate that. You know, but how do you feel about that? You agree or disagree?
I mean, it's one of those, like, as an audience member, I can accept that there are going to be some continuity plot holes, because obviously back in 2008 or 2012 when the Avengers came out, I know Kevin Feige likes to think ahead, but I don't know if he was thinking ahead in 2023. We're going to have a show with the Skrulls and explaining what they've been doing this whole time, kind of like they did the Eternals. The Eternals are weak. We don't interfere with humans. And maybe that's the same agreement that Nick Fury had with the Skrulls. I just want you guys to infiltrate or cover up or pose as certain people in the government, or, you know, pose as myself if I'm not available. But I don't want you interfering with various affairs like Loki, because as we know, if they take like, they can pretend to be Loki, they can pretend to be Jakar. So maybe he didn't want them attached to certain things and get involved in certain things in the MCU because of number one, they're a great asset to Nick Fury, so he might not want them to die. But number two, he doesn't probably want them to get exposed. Like, if Loki shoots one of them, there's a dead alien on the floor, and someone can pick up the alien and test on the alien. So I just assumed that it was just Nick Fury protecting his valuable asset, but also Talos probably doesn't want them to be thrown to the fire, just, you know, just thrown into fights and hit, because we know how much he cares about his people. So I'm sure they might give us an explanation, but in my mind and my canon, I'm like, well, the Skrulls in the production of it all weren't really involved in MCU, so I'm okay if they don't explain why they weren't helping with every single Age of Ultron, Thanos, things of that nature.
I got you. Okay. You guys let us know what you think in the chat, whether you're watching this via live or on the replay. Real quick, man, I got to hear from you. You think she's dead? You think she's alive? You think she's alive? You think she is dead?
Based on, this is just, you know, us being nerds and following everything with this stuff, the actress Kobe has made it seem like, oh, we really dive into Maria's Hill backstory with this show. I get more to do. And you're like, well, after episode 1, you dead. How you gonna you're gonna do is if it's like flashbacks? But I think she might have gave us her hand. I think that there will be a Maria Hill being posed that she's still alive, because number one, they're super spies. Nick Fury faked his death and so on and so forth. So I have a feeling that she's still out there, and I'm one of those people. If I don't see a body in a casket, they ain't dead. Yes, she got shot at the end of the episode, but we saw her from the being shot on the floor. The next time we saw her in a potentially, you know, her body being in a casket. I need more evidence to prove that she is officially dead. I need an autopsy. I need something to prove it, but I don't think she is. I think she will be brought back some way, somehow, whether it's multiverse, you know, whether it's some type of machine that can resurrect her. I think she will be coming back.
I want her to come back.
Yeah.
I want her to come back, and I don't want to think that she's dead. However, if she comes back, I may be a little annoyed with the whole fake death thing. Because the last time we saw that was it 2014 and Winter Soldier, but that was 9 years ago. So it's not like they do it every movie, but it still seems like yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I don't know. Y'all let us know what you think in that comment section in the chat down below. See that we have the first super chat of the day coming from Sims. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. A bit of support, B, and think Fury likely had undercover Skrulls in S.H.I.E.L.D. Maybe. So they have helped in conflicts that way. Yeah. What you think, Elliot?
I mean, my only issue with that is what they would have gave, you know, Fury the heads up that, you know, Alexander Pierce works for Hydra. So they probably would have gave him the red flag. Again, I don't think they had Skrulls in their mind when they were doing that. So, but I think they were helping Nick, but I don't know if they were so deep into they can call out certain things.
I got you. Thank you, Sims. I do appreciate it, man. This scene right here was hilarious to me. It wasn't I think it's obvious what our favorite scene in the episode was between Nick Fury and Rhodey. My second favorite was this right here. Elliot, tell me something I don't know. I love that story, and you really thought he was just being nice and genuine and wanted to have a nice moment. But no, he's trying to get some information. Listen here, brother. There's some stuff going on, and I need to find out what's up. Bro, this was hilarious to me. Like, have you lost your reptilian ass looking mind? Elliot, there's 1 million scrolls on Earth. 1 million, bro.
Yeah.
How like wow, like
and maybe even more because they got babies, they got kids. So
they've been coming here for 30 years, man.
30
years. They're all over the planet. Like, how are we gonna fix this, Elliot? I don't know. How are they gonna get out of this?
Well, if we're assuming that a lot of the scrolls are as nice as Talos, they, hopefully they don't pose a big threat to the world. But yeah, it's tough, man. Only thing I can see happening, and not all of them being removed from Earth, but I think one of the resolutions, whether it's in this show or somewhere down the road, they will find a planet or somewhere for the scrolls to inhabit. So it's going to take up a large amount of them, but I still think there'll be, remnants of them on planet Earth. But I think that's the only way you can really get this, I don't want to say issue resolved, but to get most of them off the planet is to initially find them a home, which, B, you mentioned Carol Dan. Where is she at, bro? Like, what has she been doing? Every time we see her, she got a new hairstyle, she got a new outfit. Why haven't she found these people a home?
This is true. She is the best suited to do that, since she can fly across the freaking galaxy at the dang near the speed of light. I'm thinking that the Marvels movie that comes out in November, I think those events take place before this.
I think so too. I think so too.
Because I don't know how long, but Nick Fury is on Saber.
Yep.
And we don't know
to be very kind of more joyful than what we've seen so far in the show.
Right, exactly. And we don't know how much he's in that movie, so he just may be in Saber the whole time or doing other galaxy stuff.
He might get a call at the end of the movie for him to come back to Earth for the situation that we're seeing now. Yeah,
we'll see, man. But during this scene, man, it was just like the reaction of Nick Fury was just hilarious to me. Like, bruh, he's like, my hopes was that, with your help, the Skrulls and humans can coexist together. He's like, dude, we can't even get along with ourselves.
If it was a Quentin Tarantino rated R fan, he would have hit him with some mother effers.
Yeah, man. As a matter of fact, since you brought that up, like, I don't know if you saw it, but I guess this is something new that they're doing, that Marvel, they had like you had to imagine they had like multiple takes of this, of like Nick Fury acting in like different ways. Yeah. And they couldn't, they decided on this one, but they released a deleted scene of one of the other takes. Did you not see it?
I did not.
Oh, I can play it. Let me pull it up. I'll play it if y'all want to. Hit a 1 in the chat if you can hear this. All right, here we go.
Something I don't know about the Skrulls that fled.
They're here.
Who's here?
All of us.
Wait. You're telling me there's 1 million Skrulls walking amongst us right now?
I sent out the call, and every Skrull that isn't in Emperor George's colony, they answered.
God damn! God damn! God damn! Fuck!
I'm sorry, I just had to have a little fun with y'all, but yeah, that's hey, I would have reacted the same way. So anyway, hard. Yeah. Is this the first time we seen her mother? Not Nick Fury's mother, but Maria Hill's mother?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Yep, I believe so.
I did like this too. This kind of just shows how strong the relationship was between them two and Nick Fury. Like, she was really hurt, man. Like, she would have followed you to the gates of hell and back. You know what I'm saying? So, I really did feel her right there, and so that was pretty cool for me. Elliot, a lot of people. Do you think Rhodey's a Skrull?
It's a good question. I think not right now. And the reason I say that, there's a scene in this episode where we see him talking to the powers of B, the powers of the government, the leaders, and they gave him a hand. If it was a Skrull, they gave him an alley-oop saying, hey, Nick Fury, Moscow explosion, let's blame it on him. Rhodey was like, no, It wasn't Nick. The evidence you have isn't sufficient. I'm not buying it. If he was a Skrull, he would have played into it. He was like, yeah, that's Nick. Lock him up, find him. So the way that he was defending Nick Fury to me kind of made me think, no, that's our Rhodey. But I wouldn't be surprised if they played that hand sometime, whether it's in this show or his movie. But I think right now we're seeing our Rhodey.
Okay, me too. I 100% am convinced that Rhodey is not a Skrull, that he is a human being. I think this is proof to say it, but let me know what you think is when they had the council right here of all the Skrulls, Rhodey was not there.
Right.
If Rhodey was a Skrull, he would be here.
That's a good
and
point.
so I didn't even realize that the first couple of times I watched this. It was, I think I realized this maybe like 3 or 4 hours ago. I was like, ha, wait a minute.
Or I think his flight could have been delayed. It might have been, you know what I'm saying? Just a little behind.
Okay.
But I mean, I just know that is debunk my own stuff. He's in where they're at. I just thought about that. He met Fury they're in the location. So he would have been, you're right. He would have been there.
Yeah, so I think this is safe to say. But yeah, man, the NATO guy, he got the karate chop to the throat. Sit your ass down, and he's pretty humbled. Did they let us know who she is? Because I forgot his name, man. The Happy Gilmore guy that's popped up in here, the news anchor. Got the NATO guy. The woman is the prime minister, so she's a Skrull.
Yep.
Talking to Rhodey when they was up there on the council. But who do we know who she is?
No, I would just assume that she's, another world leader, maybe of somewhere else they just haven't mentioned. I think her name was Shirley, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I don't know her what she rules or who she leads by. I didn't know if they define that or not yet.
Okay, y'all let us know if y'all know who she is or what her level of importance is. But Elliot, I really did like this scene right here.
Yeah, me too.
It just kind of just goes to show how how deep they are in the trenches of our civilization. They're like everywhere. I mean, this guy with the prime minister of NATO. I mean, they're pretty powerful. But we do get a lot of exposition right here from Gravik, from Kingsley Benadir, who's I think is doing a great job. But how do you feel about his reasoning? For one thing I do like is every Skrull is not evil.
Yeah,
they all have different ideologies, philosophies. But Gravik is pissed off to the point. I mean, do you think he has a right? Not a right, but do you think he has he's warranted to blow up 2,000 innocent people? I mean, what did they do to him? Like, what?
Right.
Is his reasoning so far valid enough for you, or is it kind of weak?
It's a little loose as far as just like the impact hasn't really hit me yet. But I'm assuming we're gonna get those flashbacks, and we saw him as an 8-year-old or however young he was in the opening scene to where he's at now. I would imagine years upon years of being told we're gonna help you, we're gonna find you a home, that could weigh on a person, and to ultimately see Nick Fury not live up to his promise, it will build resentment and anger. But to your point, I don't know if that results to him killing innocent people. That's the part that I'm missing. Like, he's willing to do that. Like, obviously he's a villain, but I prefer my villains to be more well-rounded and to have, they believe they're the hero of their own story versus just doing chaotic stuff like killing people. So it hasn't fully hit me yet. And then granted, we're on 2 episodes in, but I haven't fully bought into him. I get the anger, but the anger resulting to world domination, killing innocent humans, that part I haven't clicked quite yet for me.
Yeah, man. And now that I think about it, same here. It needs to be stronger for me. In case, unless they just want to write him off as a psychopath. But, I mean, Thanos had reasoning. Killmonger had reasoning, even though we don't agree with them. Let me grab the super chat real quick from the talented one. Thank you for the $5. She didn't fake her own death. The Skrulls faked it. It would be hard for me to believe they would kill someone with valuable intel in her mind. Maybe. Yeah. That's a lot to unpack, but we'll see. Talented one, thank you. And I love the image. You got Oob right there. Yes, if I was in Dragon Ball Z, I would be that character. But thank you so much. Oh, Karma's here, guys. Karma's here. What's going on? Well. Let's get into the nitty gritty, man. Because when they was talking about this, Elliot, my ear was like doubled in size. I was like, "Are y'all gonna drop Reed Richards, the Fantastic Four?" But they're at the facility right here. And with the radiation, I do like that as a plot point story that they're immune to that. And You know, they can hide out there and nobody can come in there and get them. So that's cool in the game. But they're at their compound and they're following Mr. Pasty guy right here. And he goes back here to a scientist. And I think I got a screen grab from everything. Our DNA selection remains extremely limited. Rosa, I was told this phase would be over. I'll send out teams. That's the white guy. She said, so was I. Gravik has given multiple locations for the harvest. All of them are empty. What the hell is the harvest? Our fearless leader isn't always right. Perhaps I misheard you. Do you need anything else, Dr. Dalton? And yeah, she's working on something. And she's like, yeah, you need to get the hell out of here. Is this the scientist that is leading the machine to potentially make them stronger? Is that what? And what is the harvest? What do you think the harvest is as well?
Well, I think the harvest is kind of on a larger scale. From episode 1, we see how they've taken humans and taken their forms and their memories. But I think they have a much, just, you know, sometimes trailers, when you look back in hindsight, like, it was in front of us the whole time. In the trailer of the show, there's a shot with Emilia Clarke is like in this facility and there's like tons of like pods. And you would assume that those are more of the people in position of power that we see in this episode being harvested. So I think that's what she was referring to as far as the harvest goes. But as far as this machine and her significance, you know, is she a human? Is she a scroll? Is she impersonating someone else? Was she just a substitute for, as you just mentioned, maybe some other intelligent doctors that didn't want to be a part of this plan? But it's very, very interesting. This is when the show, again, this is what makes you, you know, like little breadcrumbs, make you want to know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I agree. Good stuff. DJ Generation, why don't they just overload Earth with radiation since they survive and we won't? Well, it takes a lot of radiation. I don't know how immune they are to it. Maybe it's levels to it, but you would have to get some smart people together to create some type of device or bomb that could, you know, cause that amount of damage. But you know, it's a good question. It's a good little question. You know, you about to say something?
No, I said no. It's a really good question. No, yeah,
I got you. So now this is kind of funny to me. You know, Rose is really just giving them the cold shoulder and all of that. And we realize that, hey, the United Kingdom Prime Minister, that's a scroll up there.
Right.
That is a scroll, and don't nobody know. But Elliot, we are here now, sir. We are here at this pivotal scene right here between Nick Fury and Rhodey.
Yeah.
Rhodey and Nick Fury. Guys, let us know in the comment section, in the chat, whether you watch this via live or via replay. Are you team Rhodey or are you team Fury? Or you team Fury or team Rhodey? Put the hashtag. We're gonna go through and check all this out, man. But woo, Elliot, my goodness gracious, man.
Yeah, man.
Nick Fury dang near went to the car and cried after this. He was like, oh God.
You gonna cry in the car.
Yeah, man. I understand both sides of this argument, man. I really do. I mean, Nick Fury, you made a mess. You made a dang near 9/11 a worldwide event, man. That was 3,000 people that died. This is 2,000. Our main agent is dead, and all the blame is pointed at us. He the one that got to show up at the meeting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's like, Nick, I mean, I understand where Nick Fury is coming from, but the power and relinquishing from the Alexander Pierces and all of that. Let's make the power mean something. Help a brother out. And it's not like Nick Fury is lazy. It's not like he didn't want to study for the test, and while Nick Fury, while Rhodey did, you know, and prepare for the storm, and he was going to come at the last minute and copy his answers. Nick Fury has always been resourceful and been able to handle things on his own. So it's like this one time to where I need you. It's like, help a brother out. I feel you, but at the same time, Rhodey's like, bro, you asking me to, you know, you asking me to mow a football field of grass with scissors. Is what you're asking me to do. I'm gonna pass it to you, man. I still got more to say, but how are you feeling during this scene and everything that was said? And I can't even talk. It was that amazing. How you feeling about this scene, sir? How you feeling,
man? Yeah. No, first off, I think correct me if I'm wrong, B. Isn't this the first time they've had like a full on scene together in the entirety of the MCU?
I think so. You might be right.
Which is, you know, hopefully we get more of these wonderful black actors in scenes together. You know, rest in peace to the late great Chadwick Boseman. But I don't even think, did T'Challa never spoke to Fury or Rhodey or you know, the new captain. It sucks that we didn't get to see all this amazingness on screen together. But to cherish this moment, man, from an actor's perspective, Don Cheadle, legend in his own right. Obviously, Sam Jackson the same. The gravitas, the seriousness, the conversation being had between these two black men was just something that is definitely memorable. I think a lot of people, you know, might look at it at surface value, but just looking at it from just internally, man, it's just such a great conversation amongst these two, because it's not just an MCU scrolls, you know, it's actually having deep conversations about the position of powers they find themselves in and not giving handouts and so on and so forth. So I loved it, man, from top to bottom. And when your question, Team Fury, Team Rhodey, I'm team in the middle, man, because they're, like you said, they're giving great, because of course we're fans of Nick Fury. We know he can get stuff done, but at the same time, Rhodey gives him the outline of like, yo, you telling me, bro, you coming to me, only Nick Fury can figure this out. Oh, disavow the whole government for I can, like, I understand him, man. It's like, at the end of the day, Fury, you're only human, bro. You ain't Captain Marvel. You ain't Captain America. You ain't Black America. You don't got superpowers. How am I supposed to give you all this power after you've caused this big mess? So it was such a great conversation, man. And I love those two having that moment. And hopefully we get more of it from this show, and obviously more from Rhodey, because honestly, if we're being honest, Rhodey has been such a background player, man, just a stand-in backup dancer to Tony Stark this whole time, and he's been doing it for a while and with a smile on his face. So I'm happy that they're giving him more to do, man. And like I said, I hope we get more of these scenes. And man, you talk about iconic lines, even when I'm out, bro, bro. You're absolutely right there. Oh man, I should have had that video ready to try to play or whatever. But man, did he have to call him mediocre? Ooh, he did. He hit him with the mediocre. Yeah. I was like, wow, that's crazy. We're fired. Yeah, man, that's that right there. That one right there kind of hurt. You know, it hurt me. But I was so annoyed with the security guard, you know, not putting respect on Nick Fury's name. You know, he tried to grab him, you know, and he threw his arm off and all of that. That was cool. Let me see if I got that clip.
I'm Nick Fury. Here we go. Even when I'm out, I'm in.
Put it on a t-shirt. Put it on a t-shirt.
Yeah, there you go. I need to open up with more of my videos that way. But I'm glad that he broke. I'm glad that he like twisted his arm and broke it or whatever, you know. And I knew he wasn't gonna shoot, you know, shoot the guy or shoot, you know, Rhodey. But I was so happy when I saw that the first time. I was like, hell, mother effing yes, put some respect on his name, you know. But then he went outside on the bench and cried, you know. But I would have too, man. That was interesting right there. That was interesting. I loved it. I loved it.
I mean, you got to think of it too. We saved the world together. Rhodes, we fought Thanos together, man. We overcame the blip. So there is a level of like, there is a groundedness to this conversation, but at the same time, the fantastical elements of this show is like, man, y'all need to be on the same page for everything. After the Avengers Endgame situation, you would think that all these heroes would come together and band together after having such a catastrophic experience together. But no, there's levels to it, I guess. And again, it goes back to your question: is Rhodey a scroll or not? Or what is it exactly that? I guess my question, I can't wait to get that Rhodey movie, is why is he so loyal to the government? Man, yeah, that's what I want to know. Maybe that's going to be more development in his character and doing the movie that he's going to be like, F this. I don't want to be Iron Patriot anymore. Like it took Captain America to Winter Soldier for him to realize the government can't be trusted. So he's going to have his moment. And maybe let's get you in the writer's room. Let's get you in the writer's room. And excuse me, I'm back and forth with it too, because at one point I was annoyed with Rhodey towards the end, because when he said what he said, like, I volunteer, you know, to fire him. Yeah, I would have preferred him be more reluctant in his words and tone, but it seemed like he was enjoying it. Like, I've been waiting a long time to, you know, to say this and get this off my chest. You fire, you know, it kind of felt like that towards the end. But at the same time, and you mentioned this earlier, he did give him a suggestion, like, okay, can we do it this way? Can we call the Avengers? He's like, oh no, I got to do this by myself. It's like, it's like, bro, like, you know, come on, man, meet me halfway. So it's which I don't want to miss over that part, because the big question at hand was why. Well, first off, we don't have who's an Avenger. I don't even know if it's a team, right? Like who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. So there, but it's to that point, even though there isn't a band, Fury still has connections to super powered beings in the MCU. So why haven't they got involved? And I love that he said the reason I haven't called any of our special friends is because the Skrulls could take their identity, and now we got terrorists, Dark Avengers going around the world, which I do think, because there's another line that Gravik says, what are you going to do about the Avengers? Oh, I've taken, you don't think I thought about that? Right. So there is going to be some moment we're going to see maybe an Avenger pop up and be revealed that they've been a Skrull this whole time.
Yes, sir. It's going down, man. It's going down. Kev Z247, thanks for the $10. You would think Roddy would know better, being helped and saved the world multiple times, and he is still a colonel. Right. I do agree. Thank you, Kev. I do appreciate it. All right, let's keep this party going, man. How you feeling about Miss MI6 right here? You liking her?
Love her. I'm a big Olivia Colman fan, man. She is just a fantastic actress, and she's having fun. You can tell that she's having fun, hairs down, and just enjoying this character to the umpteenth degree. I love her a lot, man. She's one of my favorite newcomers in this series so far, for sure.
Yeah. She she was playing dumb when Nick, and I like her too. I share everything you said. She was playing dumb earlier when Nick Fury was trying to talk to her in episode 1, but she knows what's up. I wonder how they was able to tell this dude's a Skrull. Like, what did they have some type of device? I mean, I don't know. Like, how do you? I'm just the sky's the limit, but they know how to tell if a human is a Skrull or not for some way. And they was able to catch this one right here. So that's kind of interesting to me how they was able to figure it out. But like you said, man, this is pretty gross.
Prior to him getting into that room, you think they knew?
No, I think, yeah. Prior to, do you think that everybody that was in there interrogating him knew that he was a Skrull?
No, I thought it was the opposite. Because if I'm not mistaken, he was the human version of him was the AAR leader. So like he's a person of interest. Like we want to bring this person in because he's bringing on this rally of somewhat terrorists. So I thought that he already had like a, important role to the show, but I don't think they knew he was a Skrull until she cut off his finger. So, because she was like, like it was a surprise. Like, well, I think she was maybe suspicious of him.
Okay.
And then once she cut off his finger and it was a dead limb, it confirmed her, thoughts. But I don't think those other goons or people that rallied him up knew about it.
But you're confident that she knew though?
I think she was 95% sure, but she had to get a 5% when she cut his finger off.
I can rock with it. Okay. Appreciate you. All right. I was really curious if he was gonna break them chains, but man, she was about to give him another double dose of that medicine, man, and that's kind of crazy right there. But
hey, give them a whole shipment of that because that seems to hurt the Skrulls. So we need a whole bunch of this where we could just squirt them in the eye.
Special water bombs, aerosol cans. You know what I'm saying?
Freaking Namor, get one of those little water balloons.
Right.
That can destroy vibranium.
Right.
Like get to that.
I can hear the frustration in the tone of your voice. That's funny. Yeah. But yeah, she knows what's up. She could have warned the people that they was gonna come and infiltrate the place, but his blood is literally boiling, and she gets the hell out of Dodge, man. She opens up her little compartment, man, after they do all the shooting.
There, I'll tell you that, because how else would she get out of that situation?
Yeah. She had to have known and do her homework, but Gravik knew that he was lying. And he's gonna go bye-bye. And so, I don't really care. I'm not gonna miss him. However, Elliot, we gotta talk about this, man. Miss Gaia here is on the computer. She's on the internet, that AOL.com. You know what I'm saying? That's how it looks. But look at here.
Boom, boom, boom.
We got Groot, Frost Beast, Cold Obsidian. What and to be honest with you, the first time I saw this, I'm not gonna stunt. Mm-hmm. I didn't know what this was for until I saw other people talking about it this morning.
Oh, bro! I thought 10 times when I first saw that. I paused it immediately.
Okay. You know what I thought? I thought all this was people that were duplicated into Skrulls. Oh, that's what I thought at first. But apparently that's not the case. The cat is out the bag now. These are the DNA samples that the Skrulls have gathered, I'm assuming, throughout the years. Right. To where the scientist Miss Dalton is making the machine to make them stronger
Mhm.
into these super scrollish people right here at the end of the trailer.
Mhm.
Now, one part of me is excited, one part of me is a bit disappointed. I want to hear how you feel.
Mhm.
It doesn't seem like they're going to be and they never do, but
Right.
it doesn't seem like they're sticking to the source material, the comics, that is, as
Right,
far as where the
right.
super scrolls come from. I'm
Right.
not an expert myself, but I understand them to come from the Fantastic Four,
Mhm.
or at least if it's one super scroll or multiple. There's no Fantastic Four yet. We don't even know who's been casted. And it may be these Dalton people. How you feeling about this whole revelation right here, man? And your thoughts and theories and all that.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge, man. Because, and to your point, too, they've always taken their own liberties to kind of create certain things. We know Civil War was not taken from beat by beat from the comics, nor was Infinity War and Endgame really based into like a particular comic book run, besides Infinity Gauntlet. But yeah, I think there's still room for growth. This is just stage one, phase one of a sort. So they might have this experiment with Extremis and the Beast from Dark World, and of course the Child of Thanos from Infinity War, and of course the Groot one was. I was like, when did they get to speak? Because Groot, from my knowledge, was the only one left of his kind. So like, when did they have time to pluck a limb off of Groot? I'm very curious on how they came about that, but. Yeah, I think it's really huge, man. And again, I think if it fails, because it might not potentially work out, then there's still room to be like, okay, that's when the Fantastic Four, we're going to get the real super scrolls. But this is just the phase one of it all. If they are planting that seed, that we will see them experimenting with all these various different non-human entities that we've come across so far in the MCU.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I got Extremis, I Call Obsidian. And we got
not to cut you off, I saw one of your commenters bring up kind of like, and it was really smart. I like how they compared it, where it's like, well, if it is to be the origins, the Groot would be, I think, if I read the comments right, the Groot.
What's the name? What's the name? I can pull it up.
Like, it was a little bit further up in the conversation. Let me see if I can find it on my end. But essentially, they pretty much paired the powers of the. It was Zia. It was Zia earlier. Zia about 20 minutes ago. They have little check marks, but it was like. Groot can be Mr. Fantastic. The Beast can be, the Thing, and Extremis can be Human Torch. So it's like, that's okay, pretty smart. Yeah. Pretty smart.
Okay. I like it. I like that. Good observation. Is this right here?
Yep.
Zia's recipe for a super scroll, part Groot, Flora Colossus from Planet X. He got all the details. Part Frost Beast from, man, I love it. Got the, man, okay. Called Obsidian. Right on.
Yeah, it makes sense if they are to take a little homage from the comics and mix it to their MCU lore. So I like it. I like it a lot, Zia.
Me too. What I think they got Groot from is just the battle in Infinity War. Because remember when he threw his his arms in the ground to try to root up Thanos, he broke it. And there was pieces here and there, so maybe there was a scroll on the battlefield somewhere in Wakanda. Who knows? So yeah, they could have got it there, but yeah, man, they're trying to put that all that together. You know what I'm saying? So Elliot, does this make sense to you, bro? Like, where were they when they killed him? Like, are they just leaving scroll bodies out in where people can find them, or were they in their compound and they just left them out in the front yard behind the gate? Like. What?
Yeah, it was I thought about that too. I think and it's one of those things like in movies and shows where they don't show you like every beat of like burying the body, hiding the body, taking the body. I just assumed because they were as they were driving, they saw their safe house was compromised because he snitched. Well, his life was on the line. I don't know, it was a snitching at that point, but no, he told them what she needed to know. So when they realized that he did snitch on them, he's compromised. He's probably going to die anyway, whatever the after effects of what that serum did to him. But I am to assume that when they killed him, he transforms back to a scroll. They chopped his body up into little pieces and fed it to the dogs. No, I don't know. I would assume they took the body so they don't have a bunch of scroll bodies laying around.
Yeah, man, that's important. One, I'm thinking, why didn't he just lie to her? It's not like she you know, she got the information and, you know, FaceTime somebody. Is this accurate? It's the Dalton family. You know, she just took his word for it and dipped. You know what I'm saying? He could have said Ronald McDonald, you know, like, but the first time I watched this, I'm like, did y'all forget that when y'all die, y'all change it back into the green people? Y'all just gonna leave them there? This is a secret. Like
they picked him up. I'll give them the benefit. They picked him up, threw him in the trunk, disposed of the body later.
Okay, are you reaching? Are you for real?
Gravik has proven enough to be a smart individual. I'm sure he cleaned up his mess.
Okay,
I would hope.
All right. We're gonna hopefully. I'm gonna ride with you. How many bunkers does Nick Fury have around the planet? Like 5,600. I'm pretty sure he got a lot of these, bro. Like they everywhere. I bet.
Like Ludacris got every area code all around.
For real, man. I'm like, I want to be Nick Fury. He ain't never out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, bro. He got him everywhere. He like, man, he is. How long did it take to set that up, man? This guy here.
That's one of those things. You know? Yeah, you like, man, it's one of those like behind the scene movie character things of when you want to know and like how they got their first little bunker and who they talked to and yeah. Nick
Fury got bunker. I'm pretty sure there's a Saber Part 2 that he built by himself.
Of course.
Oh man, he got his own version of the Infinity Stones. All of that.
All of it.
He got a room at Asgard and. Okay, I'm done. But anyway, we at the end, man. We're at the end, and we got a scroll in the crib. And she is cutting up cucumbers. Like she was cutting up her finger first.
I know, right? It's
sure.
like just a little discrimination, right? In our own kind, green on green.
That's I had a nasty thought. I'm sorry, but yeah, man. Nick Fury comes in here, man. I know he at least mentioned his wife at least once in the MCU before.
Yeah.
But when he comes around the corner, she changes back into Miss Black woman. You know, looking good. They look good together. Elliot, bro. The first time I saw this, I wasn't thinking. I was like, oh, Nick Fury likes some squirrel booty. You know what I'm saying? He's smashing the squirrel lady. But then the second time I watched it, I was like, wait a minute. He may not know that she's a squirrel. He like
thing, bro. I was thinking the
what's
same
going
thing.
on? This is that's gonna kill him. Like, and that's just crazy. Like, you can sleep with somebody for years in the same bed and have all these intimate moments and aromas and just it's crazy, bro. Like he's gonna cry. He's gonna cry sometime in this show, bro. It's just gonna be too much for him, man. Brody done fired him. His woman is an alien.
His best thing, bro. His Maria dad,
right,
Black Widow dad,
right.
Captain Marvel ain't picking up his calls. I mean, he's just left out.
He's gonna say F it, man, and that's why I didn't want to come back to Saber. But I mean, back to Earth. Yeah. Now, what you think though, bro? What's your commentary on all that?
Yeah, man, it was a great moment because, like you said, it was nice callback from Winter Soldier when he mentioned his wife, but we all kind of just assumed it was just Fury being Fury. But no, he has a wife. But the question of it all is does he know? Because I was very suspicious, like you, like she's a Skrull woman, and then she's a black woman the next. Like, does Nick Fury have a thing against woman? You better fix that face when I get home. I don't want to see that green ass.
Right.
Put your face on when I get home. But no, I do think that he is aware because going back and watching the episode, I'm assuming that was, and I can't remember her name. I think it was Vera. At the beginning of the episode, we see him getting very flirty with a Skrull. Like, he got all like excited to see her. He's like, hey. So I'm assuming that's the same woman that he met 30 years ago and he fell in love with her. And it makes sense that he would probably fall in love with Skrull because he's been spending 30 years with them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think he is aware because if I would think the show would have handled that reveal more if it was to be that she is a Skrull. He didn't know, like they would have never showed that she would have, was green. That would have been a season finale type of reveal. So yeah, I think that's her right there that we saw earlier in the episode. Even though this is a Skrull face match, I'll have to watch it again to follow the voice and all that. But I'm pretty confident that's his wife and kids. I don't know. B, do you think they had any kids together? Or going back to this question, this young man on the screen, Gravik, do you think they adopted him? He's like their son in that sense, that's their kid in that nature, and that's why he's taking it so personal because his dad didn't keep his promise.
I didn't think of that, but Elliot, I like it.
Yeah.
that would add more fuel to the fire. Like, you promised me, Daddy. You
Right.
like
Now, still, we gotta make up for those bodies.
right,
You
right.
know, that's. But I think that the whole personal side of it is because maybe his dad broke a promise.
Okay, I like it. I like it, man. Interesting. So we're at the end, man. I'm pretty sure they're gonna pick up right where we left off. What do you think is gonna happen the next episode, the rest of the series? What do you want to happen, real quick?
Well, first thing we're gonna see is Fury, bumping boots with a scroll, and no, I think next week, yeah, green everywhere. We gonna see. I think the president's dying. I think that's something they've been showing this whole, in the trailer, and we know Harrison Ford's the new president. So I think it's only 6 episodes, so that mid-season finale type of big bang to bring us to the back half of the show. So I think that we're going to have and I think too, a lot of the episode 3s have been the big episode. 3 and 4 have been the big episodes of these 6 episode series so far. So I can see the president dying. And also I think we're going to get maybe some more information about our conversation of Gravik, the pain, the resentment, the anger, where it all stems from. We're going to probably get a couple more flashbacks of when we saw him as a kid. We might see him as a teenager. And we might see like when he decided to join in and be this leader of the Skrulls and whatnot. And also, I don't know, man. I feel like the wife dying is another subplot that we need to dive into. I'm referring to Talos's wife and Gaia's mom. That whole your mom died. How did she die? He made it seem like Gravik killed her or she was killed in the line of fire. So I think there's something still to explore there to really kind of flesh that out. But I think what I'm getting at being we're gonna see some people die. I think bodies will be falling come next week, and the president being one of them.
I got you, man. I think we're going to see some people dying as well. I think the president could be a Skrull. I think Harrison Ford could possibly be a Skrull as well. We're going to have to see somebody's a Skrull in here. And it's going to be it's going to be real disappointing. You think any Avengers are Skrulls right now at this time?
So I saw something online. I think it was about a week and a half ago. One of those big scoopers, they most of the time they're right. Sometimes they're wrong. But one of those big scoop, I can't think of the name of them right now, but they had briefly mentioned there will be a big reveal of a Skrull that a beloved character that we've loved will be revealed to be a Skrull somewhere down the line. Now, I don't know if that's a Avenger, a character, because we still, the big question last week was how long has Ross been a Skrull and where is Ross and things of that nature. Right. So who's an OG that we would be so devastated to find out that they're a Skrull? I can't even, because we don't really have a lot of OGs left from the original Avengers run. So like, who is going to be so devastating to find out that they've been a Skrull? I don't have a character I can think of.
Maybe Hawkeye. I don't know. I'm just throwing some stuff out there. Well, guys, let us know what you think in the comment section. Let us know what you think in the chat, whether you're watching this via live or the replay. Man, it is so many directions that the show can go, but I'm here for it, and I am super duper excited. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up for me and Elliot's Secret Invasion episode 2 live recap and review. Thank you so much for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. And I will be back here same time, same place next week. And I will be having OneTakeBigDog join me. And of course, Elliot, you know, welcome as well, if you do have the bandwidth. And so you guys make sure you subscribe and check out that. And if you want my initial reaction breakdown of this, there is that's on my channel as well. Also, the latest episode of the Super Duper Comic Book Smashdown. And if you want an audio only version of it, get it right here at buzzsprout.com and check out all the other comic book stuff, since we're talking about comic books and all this hot jazz. Elliot, what do you have going on your channel right now? So that you would like to promote to all the good people out there.
Well, B, as always, man, it was a pleasure to be here. Always love chopping it up with you, Marvel, DC, and all the fun stuff we get a chance to talk about, man. So thank you for having me on. As far as content on the channel now, got a chance to see the latest Mission Impossible film. So I got a brief little out of theater reaction on the channel. Of course, got some more opinions and thoughts on the show that we just talked about today that you guys can check out. And then I have some commentary on the most despicable, disgusting show of all time, The Idol. If you are into that type of thing, I got some content around that. So if that sounds like something you guys are into, definitely check me out on YouTube and share my thoughts and opinions on other various social media accounts, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all that good stuff.
Already, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. So y'all check him out. Dude is one of the hardest working people on YouTube right now. Now, before we head out of here, just real quick, because Eman has started his live, and we're gonna pass the mic over to him in just a second. He just literally started. But before we head out of here, hit a 1 in the chat if you are into martial arts films, martial arts TV content, things of that nature. Please hit a 1 in the chat. Just let me know. I'm very, very curious because I want to let you guys know something real quick, and I'll go ahead and talk about it as soon as I see a 1 in the chat. Okay, we got a few ones. We got a few ones. Hit a 2 in the chat if you are into the show on HBO Max, a Max called Warrior. They are having season 3 debut tomorrow. Nice. And I'm going to be covering that on my channel, guys. And I'm really, really excited. I always talk about how I love martial arts content. It's my favorite, on top of comic book superhero stuff. And so Warrior season 3 will be debuting tomorrow. And I already have my recap and review uploaded on my channel. Tomorrow, they're going to be having 3 episodes premiere tomorrow. And so, I got that uploaded. And then Saturday is 6:05 p.m. CST. We're going to be going live, breaking this down, all 3 episodes. So I would do a Friday night, but since it's 3 episodes, I want to give people enough time to watch the show. And so, again, there's the live video right there. There's the recap for episode 1. And also, guys, in addition to me, each week, I'm going to have a recap breakdown and a live. But also, in addition to me recapping Warrior season 3, I will also be providing you at least one martial arts movie review from the Hiya website or app. Nice. They have a ton of martial arts content. I have a subscription. It's only like $3.99 per month. And the first film that I'm going to be reviewing is going to be Yip Man, Young Yip Man. I already have it recorded. I'll probably release that like either Friday or Saturday. And so, yeah, it's going to be a little martial arts channel. I don't know if y'all noticed, but I updated my banner at the top. It doesn't just say movie reviews, entertainment news, trailer reactions, and TV recaps. It says martial arts, anime, live shows, and interviews. So I'm going to step up on martial arts content and anime as well. Yeah. So, yeah, man, it's going down starting tomorrow. We're finna have a martial arts extravaganza. So make sure you subscribe and tune in because we're gonna be doing some.
Put me on the calendar for the raid conversations.
Oh yes,
if there's any raid debates or conversations we had, because those are the greatest martial arts film in modern history.
I already had it, bro. I was just waiting on. I was like, when am I gonna ask Elliot if he want to be, join me?
Man, he goes wise is a legend.
Already. Well, guys, again, I just want to thank y'all so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that I'm B. Avery. That's Elliot. That's just our opinion. Peace out. Let's go check out Eman. And that's just our opinion. Peace.